Hello, 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 it's James here, and I just went to check the mail. So I got this about 5 months ago, or well, rather I just got it now, but I started it 5 months ago. Now, this has been an adventure. Big thanks to the Gallatin Valley Motor Vehicle Department back there in Montana. This has been about 5 months in the making to get these plates during the pandemic, right? A lot of places have been closed. They've had limited hours. It's all been virtual. Their staff is really being worked pretty hard right now. So huge thanks to all of them. Actually, I'm going to be sending them a little thank you gift just for putting in so much work to get this done. So these were shipped here to Fort Lee. They were super helpful with it. Let's give it a little look-see here. Look, they even gave a note. Here you go, 5 months later, but finally happened. Thank you so much to all of them. So let's give the plates a look. They're not custom plates. Those will happen sometime in the future. But here you go. If you're trying to steal my identity through my license plates, there's the number. What do we got here? 634424 Charlie. I love the traditional Montana plates here. I think they're one of the prettier ones. Now, if you know anything about license plates from other states, you might know there's some connotations that go with Montana plates. The negative connotation, or the assumption, if you will, from many people is if you see a Montana plate, especially on an exotic car, and I'm not saying the C8 is truly an exotic, but it certainly looks that way. If you see these plates on an exotic car, basically it's someone trying to get out of paying taxes. So Montana has a very interesting kind of payment scheme for how their plates and licensing fees work. If you have an LLC, a business in Montana, that business can buy the car instead. Since there's no sales tax, if you're buying a $500,000 car, instead of paying 9.7% in LA, so almost $50,000, you just pay $1,000 or $2,000, start up a little LLC there, and get your car registered through your company. About $500 for your plate and license fee, you're saving a ton of money. And if you have a classic car, it'll cost almost nothing. It's like $80 for life instead of paying one every single year. I definitely do live in Montana. Yes, I'm in Fort Lee, Virginia at the moment, but very much Montana resident. A Corvette really doesn't cost quite enough to usually make sense to do this, unless you're in a high tax state like California, then maybe. I do remember seeing plates like these when I worked at a Ferrari shop quite a while ago. And I always thought it was really weird, like, why are people sending their cars from Montana or Vermont all the way to Signal Hill, California? Turns out that usually they weren't. Although occasionally it really would. We did have one client who lived in Hawaii, had cars all over, but legitimately lived in Hawaii, and so all his plates were from Hawaii. But that's not what's going on here. So let's go ahead and get these suckers on and see what else we need. I mean, this should be pretty simple. I don't exactly have a toolkit with me, but pretty sure little multi-tool should work here. Get our plates, if we're honest, plate. And so I don't actually have the mounting bracket for the front. Yeah, so not sure, like I took it off at one point and it went away. I don't know, I don't have it. So we're going to be doing the rear license plate only and get our paperwork, get that in there. What else do we need? Oh, and of course, our mask and wallet. Well, let's go get these plates on. It's keeps kind of thinking about raining today, getting bright and then not bright. Last time I came out here, I damn near went blind, but doing okay right now. Dun dun dun. Okay, so there's supposed to be, and at one point it was on here, but now it's not, a little extension for the front here, but we're not going to worry about that. We've got our one plate. That's all we need. So it's going to be replacing this. Which tool? There's not too many options on here, and I think this is going to be a bit small, but let's see. Oh no, that'll work. Nice. While we're back here, let's take a look at a couple things. There's a little hidden item in the back here, and also some weird road chips I've noticed. So if we look at the back of the car here, right where the license plate was, you'll see our backup camera, not to be confused with that camera, which is for the mirror, quote unquote. Super handy thing. I think the 2LT is worth it for that one option alone. But every car, well, actually every new car, period, has some kind of backup camera now. Also back here, we have the lights for the license plate and our little pad that if we push that, the hood or rear deck lid unlocks. Interestingly, there's only 2 connection points here for a license plate. Most of the time you'll have 4, and then they just don't use 2 of them. I was honestly expecting to have another 2 mounting points here. And the plate itself, like most, does have 4 mounting points. So that's kind of interesting. Right in here is an emergency access point, basically. I'm gonna have to check, but I think this is an emergency way to get into the trunk. Okay, so getting our plate all ready here. Holes match up nicely, as is to be expected. I think this will look dandy. I think Montana has one of the best plates, actually. I don't know what it is. I just love the simple design, and you know, it's like slightly rugged with a little cow's head here. So it really bodes itself well to the sports car market, not just because of the tax savings. So with the old plate off and the new plate on, I think we're basically all done. Need to go put our registration in the glove box, and I will go over the fees real quick in case anyone's curious how much it costs to register one of these things in Montana. I do want to show you this though. So I want to show you this real quick. I've noticed a few places where there's been pieces of paint either chipping off, or this I feel like is probably road debris, but pretty decent sized chunks taken out of the paint there. Now this car is being used a lot. There's already about 11,000 miles on the clock and a lot more to come. I'm not going to be too surprised if I almost hit the warranty by the end of the year. We're definitely going to be over 20,000 miles, I would say, by the time that New Year's hits. So if we can keep it at 15,000, then that'll give me a good 2 years, maybe a little bit more, for the warranty, and that would be awesome. Some of these cars are starting to have issues right now, and that's scary, especially with about a 4,000 mile trip ahead of me here very soon as I leave Fort Lee. There's been issues with the transmission, I think, more than anything, and that's scary. I have noticed some hard shifts, but that could just be me thinking about it too much. because I usually don't really notice it until I'm thinking about it. So maybe it's not so much that's happening as that I'm thinking that it's happening. Of our handy dandy little binder here, all the books in there, insurance through USAA, and then right here, this is the actual registration. So let's see how much this stuff cost. Now again, this took about 5 months to do. Luckily there's a extension of 3 months on top of the 1 month normal time to do all this. And then on top of that, they were just very nice about it because I'd been trying for quite a while. Now, at some point I am going to get a personalized plate, but not yet. So right now we have our pretty basic title and registration. It all came out to $550.88. Light vehicle registration, which is our main fee there, along with the is it the recording fee? No, the option tax, the county tax. So those are our two big ones. Light vehicle registration fee, that's a state. Light vehicle title fee, that's a state fee. MHP, salary retention. MVD admin fee. But right here, this county option tax. So each county gets the option to have a higher tax. Now, I'm not actually sure what it is in Gallatin County, but this is what it comes out to. So I'm going to guess it's roughly 0.5% or so of the vehicle value. We got interest recording fee, 0. State parks, $9. Gets me into all the state parks for free, so that's nice. Standard county initial non-personalized plates, so that's just buying the metal itself. In Montana, if you buy a plate, it doesn't go with the vehicle, it goes with the person, but obviously gets titled to a vehicle. So I could take that off when I sell the car and put it on my next one and technically save $10. And then TRP Montana resident. I'm not actually sure what that means, but whatever, 1950. So there you go, $550.88 to register a brand new 2020 C8 Corvette in the state of Montana. Let's get this put away in our document binder. So our friendly law enforcement has a way to check it if they need to. Close that up. Put that in there, and also put our old plate in there as well. And of course the window sticker. When I get back, I'll be making a whole binder for all this stuff. Actually, I'm gonna keep this out for a bit just so it can dry. There's a lot of moisture in there. I don't think it's gonna leak onto the seat, but I don't want it getting all nasty in there. So one last look at our newly legal Vette. Well, there you go. A fairly simple little video about the titling process that I've had to go through during all of this COVID stuff, the expense to title a brand new 2020 C8 Corvette, and of course, I don't know, just like some little tidbits of information for you. I think that's all that I have for you today, my friends. So until next time, stay safe, drive safe, and stay happy. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to go to dadbod.marketing for all of your free business and marketing advice. Please like, share, and subscribe if you got something out of this video. And don't forget to check out our other videos right here.